so I can hook. I'm going to use wired though.
Wired mic?
I'm going to run it to the port over here.
I might get annoying.
Huh?
That might get annoying.
Yeah, it probably will, because I'm going to strap it down to here, run it up to here.
Yeah.
Probably under my shirt, up to the mic. Kind of a pain. All right, guys, we're going to continue riding here.
All right, guys.
We just got it. These are the two things we got to worry about on the road. Situational awareness and keep your head on a swivel at all times.
All right.
Those are the only two things you got to remember riding on the road.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to ride offensively. I mean, if somebody's coming at you, you got to get off in that ditch.
Yeah.
Which we can do on these.
That's what I did last time. The guy got angry at me.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's a douche.
I got an argument with one guy yesterday on the back side.
Oh,
of the
did
house.
you?
Sure did. He went flying by me, and I was riding my e-bike, but I was kind of just slow, 15 mile an hour.
Yeah.
He went zipping by me. I was actually stopped. I was doing something. He zipped by me and never even said on your left or nothing. So I had the trike that'll do 25 mile an hour.
Uh-huh.
It took me a while to catch him before then he finally slowed down, hitting the stop sign, going into our neighborhood. And I said, what part of, don't you announce anytime when you go by somebody? He looked at me and said, I could have. I said, well, you should have. I said, you know what? You're the typical spandex douchebag crowd.
Oh, he didn't like that very much, did he?
No, but he just kept on going.
Yep.
That's what I said. You're the typical spandex crowd douchebags.
Yep.
I said, oh, you guys think you run the trail, you own the trail, and you just don't like e-bikes.
Nope.
But we can outrun you anytime we want to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we'll head.
Yeah, no, those guys are the worst. And they really do hate e-bikes. I think it's to them, it's because they think this is like cheating exercise. But to a point it is, sure. Like, you're not exercising as much, but that's kind of the point, you know? Like, if you wanted the full exercise, you'd get a normal bike. But we don't. We want a lighter exercise, so we e-bike. I think they're also mad because no matter how hard they train and how fit they get, they'll never go faster than us, simply because ours have motors. But guess what? They can eat a bag of doo-doo. This is a family-friendly channel, so I think it is. So I'm not gonna do any bad words.
How much battery do you have left?
39.
You're in good shape, bud.
Yep.
I think now we're good.
This is a big old shoulder. It's perfect for bikes. Well, I guess, yeah, it's because they know. It is literally for the bikes. It is really nice when you're getting stressed from just like life and the things that you've done and the school that you don't want to do and the school that you're done with. It's just nice to be able to get out and be in nature and just kind of forget all about it and just let the sun absorb into your skin and breeze pass over you, and you don't really need much more else in life. But to be honest, college really needs a reform. That's a big part of it.
No trespassing.
Oh.
We won't ride back there.
Womp womp. College needs a serious reform though, because I mean, I don't know why they expect me to do all this gen ed crap. Well, they say it's because they want a well-rounded student, blah, blah, blah. They want your money. It's that simple. They want more money for you so they can fund their stupid programs and their blah, 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 finger painting program, whatever the heck it is. Point is, I don't want my money going towards that. Why? Again, I get it's because money, but why can't I just do the stuff that I'm paying for? You know? Like if I'm paying to learn how to be a chef, why am I not just learning how to be a chef, you know? It's ridiculous how much gen ed crap these colleges require of you, and then they expect you to pass all of these classes as if you first of all have any aptitude in that, because it's like, again, they have you do math classes, and it's like, I'm not a mathematician. I've always been terrible at math. I hate math. I don't like I do like writing, but I don't like doing I don't like doing writing for assignments. Like, it's baffling to me how colleges take all this stuff that's normally supposed to be fun, except for math. I don't know how math could ever be fun, but you know what? There's some people who say it is fun. Point is, it's supposed to be these things that are fun and exciting for you to learn, and they just turn it into these trivial, meaningless tasks that you never retain because you don't want to learn it, because you do not care. That's the problem. And they teach you these things that nobody's interested in, so you have zero retention for this crap, and then they expect you to do these giant exams, these 80 question exams, remember all this stuff that you couldn't give a crap about. And then, to pass your certificate or get your degree, you have to do such and such gen ed that has nothing to do with your degree. And you may not be able to pass because your brain simply can't compute math. And that's me. That's what really bothers me. That's a big part of it. It's like, okay, you want me to do math. Great. I can't. I've tried. I can do basic math. But anything past, like even with algebra, try getting me to do algebra, it's not happening, buddy. I'm not doing algebra. My brain doesn't do algebra, and it's not going to do algebra, and it's not going to do anything more than algebra. Like, look, I get all this stuff's real important. We wouldn't be here today without math and all these advancements in science and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not that guy, I'm not trying to change the world with some theoretical math equation like Einstein. I'm trying to cook some crap. I was trying to make food. I'm just not doing it. I quit. I'm not doing it. I'll just go in the military. Which again, it's the same thing, they require math for a lot of it, which again, I understand because, you're working with like weapon systems and stuff. I'm sure you need to know math for that. That's probably important for something like that. But it's like everything requires it. It's like maybe just don't, because not everybody is built to understand that stuff. I understand science fine. I understand history fine. I understand English fine. I just don't understand math. And it's just stupid how much stuff in the modern world requires you to understand math. Like, sorry, but I have a 14th century peasant brain. So that's why I'm looking at the military, because at least they have a few options that aren't like, you need to know your algebra. I mean, I know you have to take like a placement exam, but I think I can do that. I'll have to study for that, but I just really, really hate how we've built our education and work, work systems, because it's just not, again, it's just ridiculous the things they require for you, especially when they pay you pennies pretty much comparatively. You're getting paid basically nothing. You have to do years of work, getting your degrees, certificates. All right. Do these months and years of certificates or degrees, all for an underpaying job. It's really, truly just messed up the way we've allowed things to work out. But what are we gonna do now, right? Well, will you vote for what you want? Okay, Voting's a scam too. You know why? Because there's only ever like two. Ever since Obama got elected, it's pretty much been, here's these two candidates. If you don't like these two candidates, well, you're out of luck, because that's the only two. I mean, if we want to talk about politics, then, I'm not going to talk about politics because I know how people get. But I will say, I think this country needs a third party. And not independents, because independents never get elected. I mean an actually successful third party with some actual funding. But it's just, this two-party system in our country is not only like completely tearing people apart and making each other hate each other for practically nothing and stuff that like is ultimately meaningless to your lives. It's not meaningless. It's just, I think it's far more inconsequential than people like to pretend it is. And then you get people hating each other simply because they voted for someone. Or how you see now, how people simply own Teslas and that makes them Nazis, which is insane, because 3 years ago you would have been heralded as an environmentalist, environmental savior. But I guess you're a Nazi now. Or if you voted for Trump, you're a Nazi. And that's exactly why I didn't vote. See, I knew I was smart. Because you vote for Trump, you're a Nazi. You vote for Kamala, you're a crazy libtard. People just slap titles and labels on each other like they mean something when they're completely meaningless. If we want to talk about people calling each other Nazis, that's insane, because, well, do they know what a Nazi is? Because it's not Trump. Last time I checked, Trump isn't shoving people into ovens.
I thought that went down. I had a ramp go down there, but they don't. They're all stairs. Which we could go down them, but it's cool. You can go all the way around that pond.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty nice little pond.
Yeah.
A lot of people fish down here, believe it or not.
Surprised they let you fish.
There must be fish in there, ain't there?
Yeah. Most places don't allow you.
My battery's about to go dead on my camera.
I'm at 19% on my bike.
Better head back in.
Yep.
We've done pretty good then. We went probably...
we went 35 miles so far.
How many?
35.
That probably wasn't reset. Let me tell you exactly.
Oh, maybe not.
We have gone...
Oh, 13.
13?
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
No?
You got a lot of audio in on that, which was good.
Yeah.
I'll have to sync that to this till I get that.
There's some points where I just don't know what to say.
That's why when you run in those deads, I always cut them out.
Over. Yeah.
Always cut and slice those. And you can't just continually talking. You got to just, you'll like the deer. Maybe they seen that. They might have seen it going across the trail. I seen it.
I mentioned it, yeah.
You mentioned, I heard you mention it. And there was one or two more sitting back there with it, so.
You can always add voiceover if you need more audio.
You can. You want to ride this one back? We're almost home. You want to ride it?
Why not?
This is a true, absolutely fat tire bike.
Let's have some fat tires.
I mean, that's more of a cruiser, without a doubt.
Hello?
Hey, you guys still out riding?
We're on our way back now.
You think, are you gonna be back soon?
How long do you think we are? How far are we out?
We're only 5 minutes from home.
Like 5 minutes from his place. So I'll be home in like 25 minutes.
Okay, we might pick up 5 guys. What do you want?
Just the normal cheeseburger.
You want anything? Can you text me specifically what you want on it?
I want plain.
You don't want anything on size cheese?
I guess ketchup and mustard.
Oliver, what?
I guess ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup, mustard, and cheese, and a double or single?
I guess I'll do a double. Or no, I'll do a normal.
Normal, ketchup, mustard, and cheese. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.
We must be ordering dinner.
Guess I'm getting 5 guys.
Guess what?
Guess I'm getting 5 guys.
Yep. That's a pretty good place. You ready?
Yep.
I don't know if you need to adjust that seat or not.
Yeah.
But this one's down too far.
You just have longer legs.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this has got to go up a little bit for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's already all the way down.
Was it really?
Yeah.
You want it up higher? Oh,
No, I
no,
need-
that's low.
Yeah, I need it lower.
That's a comfortable seat, let me tell you.
I think I should be fine though.
All right, are you ready?
Yep. All right, guys, now I'm riding the Van Horn. Got the 360 camera. It's pretty cool. Hello. That's kind of crazy. 360 cameras are weird. I remember when all the rappers were using those to make the like globe effect. Oop. See out in front here. There's just a lot of different companies back here pretty much. Only one that I know is Northland Grouper, which I don't quote me, but I want to say they do weapons development, I'm pretty sure. But I have no idea what Solvita does. I've never heard of a Solvita. Hello everybody. Back on me. Like my helmet, huh? Pretty cool, right? Definitely protect my noggin. Wow, this thing has some very grippy handlebars. You're yep, on the left. Now it's off.
28.
Yeah. Turn signal's on. Turn signal's on.
Still on.
Yep.
I said I got up to 28 mile per hour on it.
I know this thing goes way faster because this is on boost and I was only on 3 on that.
Oh, I know. And this has got such a. The torque sensor on this is the best torque sensor I own.
Is it?
It's smooth when you hit the when you take off. It's smooth.
Yeah,
You
it
don't
is.
Jump.
I do like that bike.
It's a fun bike to ride. And they got apps also. You can sync right with your phone.
You get Steven on that one.
Yep.
I think he'd like that.
I need to run these batteries down anyway because they need to be discharged occasionally.
Really?
We're down to 14%. That was a nice little ride.
It died. The 360 camera died right at the end.
Did it die?
Yeah.
I knew it was going to. Yeah, we got in quite a bit.
Yeah.
15, about probably 16, 17 miles maybe.
Yep.
That's a good day's ride. Yeah,
That's
we'd
pretty
have
good.
Paul if we have Steven out there. That'd
Yeah.
be a blast.
That'd be a good video.
What we'd probably do is go downtown maybe,
Oh, he'd like that.
ride the city streets.
Yeah, he'd like that.
That's what we'll do. We'll do the city streets. We got 14.53.
It's pretty good.
We averaged 14.98 mile per hour. Took us 57 minutes and 45 seconds.
Not that long.
Save activity. I could even figure out how to do this.
I guess you have to keep the SD card, but I have more at home.
Well, I got the SD cards. Yeah,
Yeah, but you'll have to get the footage.
Yeah, I'll need the camera, won't I?
Yeah.
Here, I'll get you.
Well, the footage is...
I've got other SD cards.
Yeah, but all the footage is on the SD, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I have more SD cards, that's fine.
Here, I'll give you. I got 2 or 3 of them here.
All right.
You can just take it home, put it in your camera.
Works for me.
I forgot we need the footage off of it.
Yeah. You might need that.
Might need that,
Just a little bit.
especially for audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Stitchy. Oh, good kitty.
What you doing, Stitchy?
Hi, Stitch. Good kitty. Yes, you are. How old is he?
He's probably 12 or 13 now.
Getting pretty old, huh?
Yeah, he's getting up in years.
Oh.
He has a hard time jumping up sometimes.
Oh, he's getting kitty
A
arthritis.
little bit.
Oh.
Here's you a put that in your camera. Yeah, that cat does not like me going to bed.
No?
He gets a little